Ah yes, my favorite part when I script recording, I have to do a take two. Nice, what's up guys, Go here. Today we're reviewing Numeron Storm, a new card in Animation Chronicles 2021. The first Animation Chronicles, I think the 01 is interesting, it means this set will probably return in the future. Anyways, as of this writing, you need to have spent 20,000 yen to use this card. Now if you're not Japanese or unfamiliar with the yen, it basically translates to about 182 United States dollar. Now for the OCG, that's a lot to spend on one deck I believe, at least in a casual deck. In the TCG, that's like nothing. That's a budget casual deck for locals, barely, even. Like, if you really stretch it far and don't play staples, then you can probably make a casual 600 deck or something with that budget. Like in the TCG, it's nothing, so not that expensive for the TCG, sadly. TCG is just way too expensive nowadays. There's Numeron Storm, normal spell card if you control a Numeronius monster. Okay, so in order to know what this does, you need to understand what a Numeronius monster is. There are two of them, I believe, in the TCG item, OL and OCG. In the promo set for Zexal, that naturally we aren't getting imported because it's not a dual monster product, so you won't get it in the TCG. Because if it does have Yu-Gi-Oh! Kaiba's face in it, we don't get it in the TCG. Anyways. Yeah, they're basically a rank 12 and rank 13. Yeah, it's the only rank 13 in the game, I believe. At least in the actual card game, outside of the anime. Anyway. Yeah, if you control one of those, then you can use this, so you need to summon a ridiculously hard to summon monster. From what I've gathered so far, I have actually tried building a Numeronius deck, but I don't know how easy it is to cheat to one of them out. You have to control one of them, you can destroy as many spell and traps your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. Now this might sound good on paper, right? Just destroying other back row and then dealing damage as well. But realize this. This card would have been good in like 2009, even then arguably probably bad. I mean, most back row they have, you're gonna use to stop your summoning of a Numeronius monster in the first place. If they have a useful back row, you won't be able to summon a Numeronius in the first place. Plus, combine that with the fact that, yeah, you need to control Numeronius. Meanwhile, Harpy's Feather Duster is legal and not every deck is main decking it. You should probably side deck it in most decks, but barely anyone is main decking Harpy's Feather Duster, which does about the same, except there's no requirement, just destroy as many spell tap your opponent controls as possible basically. This card is a nerfed, well, it's a, yeah, I would say nerfed version of Harpy's Feather Stone, and, sorry, Harpy's Feather Duster, I keep mixing them up. Yeah, this is a nerfed version of that card, and nobody is playing that card in the main deck. So, why would you ever go through the effort of summoning this, right? Or sorry, summoning a Numeronius and then using this spell, it just doesn't make sense. It's completely unrealistic. This card should have been way better. I get that it's a 1-to-1 conversion from the anime, but I could have added something like, if a Numeronius monster you control would be destroyed by battle card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish it. Something like that, you know, give it a grave effect. Just buff it. I mean, this card's way too situational to use in a real duel anyway. You know? It doesn't make sense to me, but I guess I don't want it to be playable, and, well, that's a Konami's decision to make, I guess. Hope you liked the review, see you guys next time, start signing out, peace.
Makes me feel alive. My heart beats